Hi, everybody. Welcome to the senior seminar. My name's Tony. That's me up there. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of the class. I have my entire semester open to you as soon as you get in, so you can take a look. This will always be your homepage when you first log in. Every instructor does this a little differently. I like the module page to be the homepage so that you can see the whole semester laid out for you. Over here is the calendar, and this is something you need to check on. You are held to account by the information that is presented here. So if you don't get in the habit of checking your calendar and then say, oh, I didn't realize something was due on that day, well, it's there. All the dates are there. So this is the welcome video. This is the discussion rubric, just my rules on discussion. So check that out. And then final assignment information. You have one major paper and one minor paper plus discussion. That's really it for the course. So this major paper is actually due in week 8, and I'm presenting it to you now. So check that out. Watch that information. It's important. This is called the writing refresher. This is a 400 level course. I assume that you know this information. However, you're going to be held to account in discussion because it is a 400 level course. So if you have fallen into bad habits, and maybe not every instructor has held you to account for typos and not citing and just simply, bad writing skills in discussion, I actually mark you down for that. And again, you'll see this in here. Each week, it's progressive. So week 1, I won't mark you down. As long as you meet the minimum number of posts in week 1, you're going to earn full points. And I'll point out in the comments, hey, here's the things you're going to need to work on going forward. But if in week 3, you're still doing those things, you'll have lost points. And if you're doing the same things by week 7, you'll lose even more points, because each week, as you lose points, you should be correcting those things. So the same thing goes for both of your papers. If you're not following these formats and not writing well, you're going to lose points for that, because it is a 400 level course. So I grade content for your papers 70%, APA is 10%, and then grammar and conventions is 20%. So, but of course, as is the academic honesty policy applies. So if there's plagiarism, you will fail the assignment. Which is in the academic honesty policy. My late policy is 24 hours. So if something is due on a Wednesday, which is when the papers are due, so you have this paper that I assign in week 2, but it's not due until the Wednesday of week 3. So you'll see here, this ethics paper isn't due until the January 24th, but I'm presenting it to you here. It's open for 24 hours. So it's due on the 24th, but it's due by 11:59 on that day. If you turn it in at 12:30 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. that day, the next day you lose 20 or 50%, of your grade. After the 24 hours, you get a 0 on that assignment. And that is my late policy. So unless there is some extreme circumstance that you can document, that's my late policy. You lose 50% by being late up to 24 hours. Anything after that, I don't accept it. The reason that is because I am a very rapid grader. I turn things around quickly. So if you have something due on a Wednesday, it's going to be graded and returned to you no later than Friday. If you have something that's due when discussion closes on Friday, I grade discussions on Saturday. So since I'm quick to turn things around and I schedule my life based on these are the days that I'm sitting and grading, this is the time that I'm setting aside. If you turn something in 4 days late, then that's putting my schedule off when I'm participating in discussion and doing all those other things. And of course, if there's a unique circumstance that's documented, a medical procedure, some sort of a family issue, then of course, then we'll work with that. But in general, unless there's a major issue, get your work in on time. So, but just, check out the course. There's 3 major readings. Anthem is one of them. That is actually included here. So in this week 3, you read Anthem. It's just right here as a PDF, and you can get online and listen to. There's free audio versions of it everywhere. And then this information is lectures and things from the Ayn Rand Institute. So you can check that out, and we'll have that discussion. And then, each week kind of builds towards that final paper that I mentioned there that's presented in week 1. So participate in discussion, show up, get engaged. I'm going to push back a lot. For me, part of what makes discussion fun is me just asking the next question. So you may see you make a statement in the discussion and I comment something that just kind of argues with you or has a debate with you, and then you see that one of your classmates posts the exact opposite, and then I'm, arguing your point. My opinion is irrelevant. My job here is to just try to keep the conversation going and to make you defend your position. So you'll see me do that, be argumentative, but I'm never combative. And please be argumentative and debate with each other, but don't be combative, right? Just use your proper etiquette and be decent and have adult conversations, and you'll have a good time. I love this class. So much fun. There's so many great conversations, and we learn a lot about each other and ourselves as we go through this. So if you have any questions, by all means, email me. You can email me using the People tab. You'll see my email there, and you can click on it there, and that's through Canvas, or you can just see where my email and phone number is in the syllabus as well. So if you have any questions, let me know. I respond within 24 hours, on most days less. The only time it might be slightly longer than that is if you email, say, Saturday afternoon. I work Saturday mornings. I'm usually done by around 2 or 3 on Saturdays. And so if you email at like 6 o'clock on Saturday, you may not hear back from me until Sunday night. I don't always get up first thing Sunday morning and work like I do on all the other days. So if you have any questions, though, that's the way to get hold of me. I'm quick to reply. I'm looking forward to getting started, and have a great term.